feel like a lot of the time with phalloplasty, we tend to focus mainly on the physical and the visual results that a surgeon can give us, when we should equally be focusing on the transparency and the honesty of these doctors when it comes to how they perform their procedures and how they handle complications with current patients as well as past patients.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you all watching, and today we're going to talk about something that's actually pretty insane, like everything else I've been doing lately. And also, I just want to thank you all for asking about me and how I'm feeling and all of that. I'm good. Everything is great. These things are just really heavy, and so I might come off a little bit like that, but it's, I feel an obligation to do these stories and to bring the truth to the table. So thanks for caring about me and asking, and everything is great. So with that, let's move on. And I want to talk about this young trans man who just passed away at the age of 24. I've been getting a ton of people sending me all this information, and so let's just get right into it. I'll bring this up on the screen for you to see. This young trans man started testosterone in 2014. Then they got top surgery in 2017, and then they had a hysterectomy in 2019, and then they started their phalloplasty journey in 2021. So many people are saying that this person's death is a result of their phalloplasty surgery. And I'm going to have to say that I believe this could possibly be true, though this is my opinion, and we do not know if this is factual because the obituary does not state how this person died. But when you put all the pieces together, it pretty much shows that this person went downhill the minute they chose to do this surgery called phalloplasty. And if any of you don't understand what that is, it is the surgery that trans men get to have a penis, or it is called the bottom surgery. And in my opinion, and in my research, and in the people that I know and the people who have gotten it, it is not something that probably should be done. It is probably something that the regret rate is huge, and is also not necessarily functioning in the way that people think it's going to be functioning. So again, all my opinion on my research. I'm sure there's guys out there who will tell you they're happy with it, but the people I know who have gotten it wish they'd never gotten it. So with that, I'm going to bring up this first video of Griffin's back in the day, where he decided to discuss the surgery. And this is going to put a lot in your brain and understand why I said what I said, okay? And I stand by what I said. I do not believe this surgery should be offered, even if you are an adult and you can make these choices. This person went downhill, okay, after they had this surgery. So listen to this.
I feel like a lot of the time with phalloplasty, we tend to focus mainly on the physical and the visual results that a surgeon can give us, when we should equally be focusing on the transparency and the honesty of these doctors when it comes to how they perform their procedures and how they handle complications with current patients as well as past patients. If I could relive the past year of my fallow recovery, I would not go to the same surgeon that I ended up going to, because their aftercare was reprehensible, and their transparency ended up not being true at all. Throughout consults, my surgery team insisted on a 40 to 50% rate for post-op complications, but closer to 90 to 95% of their patients have had issues.
Wow.
I personally don't know anyone who has not had an issue arise with this team, no matter what changes they made to their process to cut down on these issues happening in the first place. For a majority of last year, I had urinary issues ranging from fistulas and strictures to complete bladder incontinence that went purposely untreated for months.
What?
No matter what symptom I made apparent to them and how severe it was never significant enough for them to want to intervene in time. My staging of procedures changed 4 times throughout this entire process, including once literally a week before my first surgery. And none of this changing in stages did anything to prevent any issues that would have arisen during my recovery. If I didn't get a second opinion from a different hospital after I started experiencing symptoms of blood clots in my legs and my lungs, there's a chance I might not be here right now because they never diagnosed me for weeks and never performed any tests or exams or x-rays or scans or anything. In no way am I implying that all surgeons who perform phalloplasty are bad. There are great surgeons out there.
No, there's not.
I just made the wrong choice in ways.
No.
There are surgeons out there that will help you survive and recover in every way possible.
Survive.
And there are surgeons out there that won't try their hardest and sell a product that they don't have full reign of yet. If you're thinking about phalloplasty or actively pursuing it, just look for surgeons that have your best interest in mind, that give you complete transparency, and are committed to helping you the entire way.
If you ask me, this person who's now deceased at the age of 24 just said it all, okay? What I don't understand is this person not saying they wish they'd never gotten it. And I think it comes down to that cost sunk fallacy kind of space where you put so much into it that you're not willing to back out of it. And I get it. And I feel so sad for this young person that we no longer have. And I wish that I or some of us could have maybe helped this kid along the way, because looking at their TikTok, looking at all the stuff, they were trying so hard to be liked, and they were on TikTok and people were just, sort of worshiping them on this level. Like, wow, I want to get this. I want to have this. I can't imagine anybody who would want to have this surgery after watching this young person take this particular route and just go into such a deep, dark hole. I'm going to show you something here that somebody was kind enough to help me with and put down the timeline, okay? I'm not going to read it all because it will take up a lot of time, and I want to show you one more video. But in 2021, when they had the surgery in November, catheter due to urethral repair was used. Skin from mouth. Surgeon found bladder stones. Okay, then it goes to 22, and I'm going to put it up here on the screen. All these complications started happening. Tons and tons. April 1st, 1 year post-op from phalloplasty, complications in the first year, pulmonary embolism, deep vein thrombosis, respiratory failure, renal failure, kidney, bladder, staph, fungal infections, internal scarring. Also got top surgery 5 years ago, but is still having issues with that. Then May, June, July, nerve damage, poor health. I mean, so many things are happening to this kid. October 6th, plus UTIs and kidney infection in 2022, 2 of which led to staph infection, 1 led to a blood infection. 2023, January has a heart attack. April, then he says no regrets and starts to show photos on the internet about it, because I really do think that he's trying to believe that what he did was not bad. But you heard in that video that he wished he went to another doctor. This doctor today, which I'll put the doctor's name in all of this, Boston Children's Hospital, which we know has had whistleblowers now, okay? So then June, throat catheter, a dozen infections, lupus, 5 blood transfusions, 4 more surgeries, and kidney failure. July, internal bleeding, dialysis, losing hair. August, multiple blood clots, kidney failure, autoimmune issues. Has to learn how to relearn how to walk again. Remember how old this kid is. Now he's like 23 doing all this. Since the surgery in 2021, he's just been literally in and out of the hospital. 2024, the year we're in now. May, balding accelerates, kidney still messed up. Proof of life on TikTok. July, passed away July 22nd. Unbelievable. I don't even know. I'm really trying not to cry. You all know that I cry because I can't stand it to watch these kids. And I'm trying really hard not to cry. I'm going to show you this particular post that I cut out so you can see that they got their surgery, their bottom phalloplasty surgery at the Boston Children's Hospital. Dr. Oren Ganor, Ganor, is the doctor. Now I'm going to show you this video that this young person made that is extremely important, okay? Because this is going to say it all right here. Says, how much was your phalloplasty? Because that's what he keeps being asked by everybody. How much was it? What I was billed versus what I paid. Are you kidding me? You're gonna freak.
How expensive was my bottom surgery? I have all the details in my insurance app, so I'm going to go into much detail as I can regarding how much I was billed for all the surgeries and how much I actually paid out of pocket. Spoiler alert, I did not pay as much as I was billed.
Okay, so now you're gonna see, now I'm gonna move forward here, because holy moly, this is going to blow your mind. So it goes on to talk about how much money, I can't, it's too much, the video, it's too long, and I don't want to be showing it all because it's just insane. It's like 50,000 for this, 100,000 for that, 100,000 for that. Basically, this kid paid out of pocket, I think about, he'll tell you, watch this. And here it is. It shows you that it was specifically this hospital, and right there it says provider Oren Ganor. That's the surgeon.
Don't have the claim for the surgery itself, but it was around $20,000 to have the graft taken from my leg put onto my arm. But for the hospital stay and all that unrelated to the surgery, I was billed $120,000. A lot of numbers, I know. I've done the rough math, and including all of the surgeries, the hospital stays, the ER visits, the appointments, I've been billed about $670,000 altogether. And I still have some surgeries to go.
$670,000. That's how much this cost for this child. Okay, I don't care. 21 is a child to me, who started at 21. 607. If you don't think this is about money, I don't know what's going on. This is sick.
And I still have some surgeries to go. I paid nowhere.
And he still has surgeries to go.
Near that amount. I made a bit of a dent into my deductible and my out-of-pocket max before the surgery. So bringing that into account, for this surgery alone, I've probably spent closer to like $5,700 when it was all said and done. So nowhere near that amount.
So he ended up paying $5,700 out of the $670,000. That is over $500,000 for something that didn't work, and eventually, probably, in my opinion, and many others, put him in a space where he is now in heaven. How are we doing this? How are we continually acting like this is gender-affirming care? This is not gender-affirming care. This is something else. This is something that we as people and human beings, put your political beliefs aside, put your beliefs about LGBTQIA poo-poo aside, put your beliefs about whatever lifestyles people lead aside. We all need to come together. These children are being used in an experiment. This doctor doesn't know what he's doing. The kid even said so. He wished he went to another doctor. I am livid and disgusted that I'm having to even do a video like this. And here we have kids on TikTok looking at this guy's profile and asking how much it costs, where did he get it from? He had stuff taken from his arm, from his leg, from here, had 1,000,000 trillion infections since the day one that he got this done. And all he did was go downhill. I was going to put pictures up so you could see the difference of before he went the phalloplasty until the end, but I just don't feel comfortable doing that. You can go find the guy and you can find him, but I don't feel comfortable putting those pictures up. He's sickly. He's a sickly little child who looks so sick and so depressed and so over it. Yet there he was, still championing for it and still telling himself in his brain that he made the right choice. So I'm going to put up a link to his obituary right here. It's very sad, and they don't tell you why he passed. And he passed when he was at the UMass Memorial Medical Center, which is where he got his bottom surgery. And I'm ashamed, first off, that the trans community is letting this happen. And I don't want you to think I'm hating here. I'm concerned for the future of young people. As you might know, in my closing, I don't have this surgery, and I chose not to have this surgery for many reasons. Okay, and I'm so happy I did not. I live a very fulfilling life without it. And I can prove to you today that transsexual people exist. So I don't want you to think that we don't. But what I want you to know is this is a mental disorder. It needs a lot of mental health care. This is the last resort. And I do not believe that bottom surgery like this should ever be offered until they can get it down perfectly. Thanks for listening. Please like this, share it, show it to people. I really feel it's probably one of my more important videos out there. And let's send this young child a lot of love and hope that they are doing okay wherever they are today, and their family a lot of love. And please don't put hate posts. Please just don't do it. It's such a sad, horrible story. I hope the rest of your day is great. I'm sending you a lot of love.